Hey guys, it's Megan Rose from the Philippines coming to you for the 13th installment on our how to bead letters tutorial, which is the letter M over here. So for this project, I have some introductions of things to consider before working on it, and I will put the link on the description box below. So the materials we're gonna need today are the following: some short nylon monoline stain that is 050 mm, some chalk beads or acrylic rough beads that are 6 mm in size, a pair of scissors to cut the string. We have the option of using a keyring with a chain, and you might also need a pin to poke the hole once it gets plugged. So the dimension for the letter M is approximately 2 inches high and 2 inches across. So the suggested string length that I have for the letter M is about 1 meter and an arm length. So basically, it is a cluster of 4 cubes worked in a sequence to form the shape of the letter. And the uses for this is as a keychain or a zipper pull. You can also turn it into a name or a word as a home decor to your house or an alphabet to teach your kids. Okay guys, so now we're ready to start with our project. We're gonna first work on this left column of the letter M by putting 7 clusters of 4 on our string. So you need to hold your string wherein the first end is on your right hand, the other end is on your left. So put 3 beads on your right string and then salikop. This is a term I frequently use wherein you insert your left string going to the right string going to the left and the left string going to the right. You're gonna align both of your ends and slide that one bead so that it will go to the rest of the beads, forming a cluster of 4. So that is our first cluster of 4, and then we're gonna work on 6 more. So this time we're gonna put one on the right and one on the left. And then we're going to salikop. So there's our second cluster of 4. I'm gonna show you once again. Put one on the right and one on the left. And then you're gonna salikop. So you're gonna work on this on your own, adding up 4 clusters of 4 more from the 3 in order for us to have 7 clusters of 4 in our string. Okay guys, so by now you may have 7 clusters of 4 on your string, so you can count it on the side. So there should be 2, 4, 6, 7 clusters of 4. So we're doing this because this left column is composed of 5 cubes, and we have an excess of 2 because we're going to fold it so that we can connect it to the bottom part. So in order to do that, we're going to put one bead on the right and one on the left, and then we're going to find the position where to put it. So this is going to be the top part of the clusters now. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the top of the 5th cluster, we're going to salikop there. So insert your string. We're gonna align both ends and then pull our string so that we will make the first cube. Okay, so now we're just gonna work on 4 more cubes, but first we must position our string so that it will come out from the top of the first cube. Insert your first string going to that bead there. Take your other string and go the opposite way. And then tighten as you go. So our string should be coming out from this part here of the first cube. So here's where we're going to form a cluster of 4. So put one bead on the right and then one bead on your left, and then we're going to salikop. So now that we have that upper cluster, we're going to connect it to the bottom one. So we're gonna put one bead on the right and one on the left. And we're going to select up to the next cluster of 4 from the cube. From the bottom cluster, we're gonna select up here, align both of your ends, and then pull your string in order for us to make the second cube. Okay? Okay guys, so now we're gonna work on 3 cubes along the bottom part of the clusters. So first we're going to insert our string to the upper part of the second cube this way, and then take your other string and go the opposite way from the first string. And here's where we're going to make a cluster of 4 by putting one on the right and one on the left, and then silicone. And now we're gonna connect it to the bottom cluster. So we're gonna put one bead on the right and one on the left. And now we're ready to connect it to the bottom part next to the second cube here. Align both of your ends, and then pull your string, making sure it's not jumbled, and tighten as you go. So now we're ready to make the fourth cube. So insert your string, first string, going up the third cube. Take the other one and go the other way. So now that we're here, we're going to form first a cluster of 4 by putting one on the right and one on the left, and then salikop. So now that we have formed that upper cluster of 4, we're going to connect it to the bottom one. So put one on the right and one on the left, and then find that cluster of 4 from the bottom part and salikop there. Align both of the ends and then pull your string. So now we have formed the fourth cube for the column of the M. Okay guys, so now we're ready to make the last cube for the left column. So take your first string and go to the upper part of the fourth cube. Take your other string and go the opposite way. Then tighten it. And then put one bead on the right string and one on the left. And then silicone. So now we're going to connect it to the bottom cluster. So we're gonna put first one bead on the right and then one on the left, and then we're going to silicone to the last cluster from the bottom. Align both ends and pull your string. So now we have that left column for our letter M. So the next cluster or the next cubes that we're going to form is going to be this two ones that are slanted downwards, and then after that we're going to work two beads that are slanting upwards, and then we're going to work our way to the right column of the letter M. Okay guys, so now we're going to continue on. Our string is coming out from this bead here, so we're going to position it to the second one downwards so that we can form this regular cube here. So first put your first string so that it will go to the bead here. Take your other string and go the opposite way from the first one. So here's where we're gonna make a regular cube. So put 2 clusters of 4 first to make a regular cube. So put one on the right and one on the left. And then salikop. Make another cluster of 4 by putting one on the right and one on the left. And then salikop. So now we're gonna connect this. But first we must put one bead on the right and one on the left. And since our string is coming out from this bead here, we're going to the opposite way, which is this one here. So just salikop there. Insert your string there. Align both of your ends and pull your string so as to make that cube. And now we're going to position our string so it will go to this bead here to form a slanted cube. So take your first string first and go that way. Take your other string and go the opposite way from the first one. So here's where we're gonna make a slanted cube. So now our piece should be looking like this, okay? Okay guys, so now to make a slanted cube, we must first put 3 clusters of 4 on our string instead of the 2. So put one on the right and one on the left, and then salikop to form the first cluster of 4. Make another one by putting one on the right and one on the left, and then salikop to form the second cluster of 4. We're gonna make another one by putting one on the right and one on the left, and then salikop. And then we're gonna connect it. So we must first put one on the right and one on the left. And since this is a slanted cube, we're going to salikop to that bead there where the clusters are formed. So insert your string here so as to form a slanted cube. Sometimes it gets clogged, so cut your string slanted and then try again. Okay, align both of the ends and then pull your string. Make sure that you unjumble the beads. So now we have this, and I'm gonna catch up with you after, okay?